My name's Dave Shanks. I'm the CEO and founder of Water to Go Limited. I was in the garment business, traveling all over the world, traveling to India, China, Mauritius, and gradually becoming more and more concerned about the amount of single-use plastic, especially single-use plastic water bottles I saw everywhere I was traveling to. They just seemed to be everywhere. So one day in Mauritius I was doing a factory audit. Took me into a beautiful clean factory where they were making knitwear for the UK High Street. Very nice factory, and I was due to check what they were doing with the water which came out of the knitting machines when all of a sudden there was bells and buzzers and 3 ladies came out with single-use plastic water bottles for the 600 workers. They gave the bottles out, the girls drank the water, which I thought was fantastic, rehydrating the staff, finished that off, the buzzers went and the girls went back to work. We went outside of the factory to what I thought was going to be a rehydration or reprocessing plant for the water, which turned out to be a huge lake, and all of the dye stuff just literally fell out of the pipes into this lake. If that wasn't bad enough, just then one of the ladies who'd been collecting the empty water bottles came out and dumped all of the empty water bottles into the lake. And at that stage I realised, whilst with all the good intentions of the factory owner, it was the impact of the single-use plastic which he hadn't considered. And that's when I thought I needed to try and do something. Water to Go is a completely recyclable, reusable water bottle. The bottle itself is FDA approved, so it's completely safe to use, repeat usage. Inside it, it has an integral, replaceable, 100% recyclable filter. One of our filters in the 75 centilitre bottle will replace over 400 single-use plastic water bottles. The filtration system is based on a filter media that was originally spec'd for NASA for the space program. They wanted one media that would do the job of an outdoor filter, which would take care of bacteria, protozoa and cysts. Secondly, they wanted a filter that would take out industrial chemicals. And thirdly, a domestic filter for bad taste and bad smell. When we first came across the technology, it did not filter out all of the chemicals and it didn't filter viruses. So we've re-engineered the technology and now combined 3 different types of media and filtration into one filter. So our filters will take out any microbiological contaminants, including viruses, so things like typhus, cholera, hepatitis out of the water. If you're traveling to somewhere like India, where they've got problems with pesticides, we'll take out the pesticides in the water. And if you're using it on your tap water at home, it'll take out heavy metals like lead or iron, chlorine and fluoride out of your tap water. Traditional filtration normally relies on adding chemicals to water, and therefore you're bleaching bugs out in the water. Then you consume the water with the chemicals and all the dead bacteria and whatever. Ours is completely different. Ours works instantly. It's the first time you use the filter, you soak it in water, that activates the technology. So as soon as the water goes through the filter, it's cleared instantly. So even things as small as viruses are trapped within the filter membrane, and what you get at the end is completely clean, safe filtered water. The Water to Go water bottles are perfect for use at home as well, because they will remove anything from the tap water like chlorine, fluoride. They'll make your tap water taste really, really good. And more importantly, they deliver clean, safe filtered water at less than 5 pence per litre. So instead of buying expensive bottled water here in the UK, use a Water to Go bottle. You can fill it up in the taps in the toilets. You can fill it up from anywhere in offices and saves single-use plastic. We're at the Destinations Travel Show. This is our 6th successive year here. It's specifically aimed towards a travel market, which is obviously very, very relevant for us, because the further away one gets from home, the more concern we get about the quality of drinking water. To show that, to get people's confidence, we have great big jars of water from the rain butt at home, full of decaying leaves. So we can clearly demonstrate by putting the water into the bottles and then drinking the water just how good the filters are. We built the business on the filtration, and I want to eventually get the filtration into the hands of the people who need it in the developing world. We're creating a commercially successful business here in Europe. We're now in 55 countries globally, but the more we can sell, we get to a critical mass. At that stage, we can reduce the price of our filters, and by allowing a certain amount of domestic manufacturing of things like the bottles rather than the technology, we can reduce the unit prices and get it to the hands of the masses, the people who really need it. And that's what Water to Go is all about. That's the thing I'm most proud about.